And welcome back to a brand new LittleBigPlanet video. So in the last video we looked at how big the community is and looked at YouTube statistics. We did touch on PlayerBase. Now most people in the PlayerBase or watch YouTube are not directly involved with the community, but I wanted to look at the PlayerBase itself to determine how many people are actually playing LittleBigPlanet, and it's more than most people would think. So here we're at GameStat. Now GameStat, probably a reliable source, I don't know. But we're going to look through some of the statistics and see what can we learn from this. By the way, this is archived as of 19th November in 2020 and has no future updates. This would have been archived right when Sackboy Adventure just came out. So using information, we can see there are 13.4 million people in total playing this game, which is absolutely incredible. It's a really high amount, and I think much more than other games, which is really interesting as well. 110,000 new players within that 1 month. That is ridiculous. Okay, now compared to the 13.4 million, that's about one out of 130 or 132-ish of the player base coming back. So it's only like not even 1% of the player base boosted up, but 110,000 players in general for a game so old and that was considered so dead is really remarkable. Now you may be thinking, well, why are there so many returning players? Or 50,000 people who have returned to the game, and there are 100,000 new players, 100,000 total. Maybe thinking, well, maybe you may be thinking, why are there very few people playing the community? And that is because most people only play the story. Most of them are children. Most do not go into the community themselves. So we have player count by platform. No one cares. This part I found interesting. It's a bit of a graph, and as you can see, it has a massive jump in the PS4 player count. PS3 player count stays relatively low, but does go up pretty gradually and pretty consistently, which is really cool. But the PS4 count, notice how there's a bit of a bump, of course, then it goes up by quite a bit, but then once you hit about 2017, it just boosts up in a month by like tens of thousands of people, and then starts boosting up at a stupidly high rate. Now, my opinion, and you can zoom in on the graph if you want. My opinion on why this happened is because the game was actually made free on PlayStation Plus. You have PlayStation Plus, you get this game for free. And this is very kid-friendly, therefore appeals to quite a broad market. Therefore, a lot of people will have downloaded it purely because it was free. And then we have a few more statistics right here. It has 8.3 million players earned at least one trophy. Now, this is interesting because this is only 62%, okay, of the total amount of players, which tells me that most people buy the game and don't really play it, because when we saw this big player increase, which is most likely due to the fact that this game was sold for free on PlayStation Plus. That's why I think there was a massive player boost. However, when 38% of those people do not even earn one trophy, it tells me that a lot of people download this game purely because it was free, and that's it. But then 0.2% of those accounts had nothing but LVP3. So 33,000 accounts only had LVP3, which is really cool as well. And then 44 days was the retention period for most trophies. So that basically means that people who earn trophies, which pretty much everyone, because you earn trophies to be the first level in this game, tells that people buy the game, play it for maybe a month and a half, and kind of stop, which is sad. Then this population by region, you can pause the video to see if you want, but it's pretty uninteresting. Then population by country, you can pause the video to see. Taiwan is the most popular. Then Hong Kong, then Poland, then Russia, then South Korea, Czech Republic, Thailand, Ukraine, Sweden. Like, America is here. And most people I know are American. So it's really surprising that so many, like all these third world countries, or just really bad countries, people like you wouldn't think do this stuff are doing it way more than everyone else. So I think it's really interesting. Australia, where I am, is pretty far down the list. It's about, I can find it. It's actually higher than the UK, and at 1.5 times more popular than average, which is really cool. Those are all the statistics that I could find on GameStat.com. Pretty reliable source, not the most reliable it could possibly be. Again, I will put the link in the description. Really interesting stats, and they're just really fun to look at, and they also are 6 months old. Take that into account as well. Now, be aware that I was talking a bit too fast. I am sorry for that, so I'll have to try to edit it out to make it better. But thank you all for watching this. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. But for now, I'll see you next video. Bye-bye, everybody.